Going to call to order. Today is Thursday, May 9th, 2019, fiscal year 20 operating budget hearings of the Budget and Finance Committee and Metro Council. We are on day 2 of budget hearings. We have the Public Defender's Office before us. We'll turn it over to Public Defender Martisa Johnson for introductions. She'll provide a brief overview to the viewing audience of what her office does for this great city, and then walk us through her budget. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Chair Vercher and members of the committee. I am pleased to join you this evening for the first time to discuss the Public Defender budget. I'm joined by Annette Crutchfield, our Administrative Services Manager and vital member of our staff. She has been essential to my transition, and I'm very thankful for her dedication to our office. Also with me tonight are some of the dedicated team members that make up the Public Defender's Office, and they are here in support. The Public Defender's Office defends the liberty, honor, and constitutional rights of the individuals, both adults and children, whose cases have been entrusted to us. We do that because our Constitution guarantees everyone the right to counsel when their liberty is at stake. But what we really do is so much more than that. It is our mission to be zealous advocates, striving not only to deliver excellence in our representation of each and every one of our clients, but also to stand with our clients and the community in working to create a more just, fair, and compassionate legal system. The legal assistants, paralegals, interns, social workers, client advocates, investigators, administrative services team, and attorneys who have committed themselves to being public defenders work tirelessly daily to ensure that our clients are seen as more than names on a docket. I want to take a moment tonight. I've already acknowledged some of them here with me, but I want to acknowledge my staff and thank them for their service. We are here and we exist to constantly remind decision makers that there is dignity in all people, and fairness and compassion is necessary even for those who have broken the law and even harmed others. We are client-centered. We are committed to innovative advocacy. We are partners with the community and engaged in systemic reform, particularly around bail and ending wealth-based detention. We protect those who are innocent from wrongful conviction. We seek equal justice for some of our most vulnerable residents who often end up in jail because of the shortcomings in other systems, like the lack of quality education, limited access and available resources for addiction and mental health treatment, or simply because they experienced a childhood steeped in poverty and riddled with traumatic events. We are committed to partnering with other criminal justice stakeholders to focus on practices that are restorative, rehabilitative in nature, and focus on reentry. In short, and I say this all the time now, there is no justice without us. We are continuously grateful for the city's commitment to public defense and providing us with the funds to accomplish our goals. Metro has consistently funded the majority of our office's budget, which enables us to operate and represent our clients, take care of our staff, and for that we are grateful. We anticipate that we will end this year strong. We have tried to be good stewards of our budget and allocated funds. We anticipate that we will not exceed our budget and we will meet our reversion target. I have answered the questionnaire and included in it the many accomplishments that I'm proud of our office since I became the public defender. And this year, our budget request mainly focuses on preparing our office for the implementation of body cameras in Nashville. That will affect our work greatly and significantly. We have also asked for funding to support our rent increase and the statutory increase to the public defender salary. Other than that, I can elaborate more or take any questions that there might be. Thank you.
Any questions? Councilwoman Allen.
Thank you. Can you tell us more about what's going to be involved in the 4 people that will be dealing with the body cameras?
Sure. So I actually asked for 10 people because I think that to really, let me say this. I don't know that we know as a city how the implementation of body cameras will really affect our staffs. That is going to be a process that we will undergo. We're doing our best as a collaborative unit to try and discuss that, but we really won't know until those body cameras hit the streets and we start to see the influx of them in our court systems and our respective offices. So I did ask for 10 positions. 6 of those were attorney staff and 4 were support, so the people who help us build our cases from the ground up investigators, client advocates, a law clerk, and an information system analyst to help us with the just influx of data that we currently don't have the ability to support. We don't have a specialist like that in our office. So what my hope is that with the ads and these supportive positions, I will have people in the office who can help us watch body camera footage and prepare for the court dates. It is really important to us that we are not causing people to stay in jail longer than they have to because we don't have the adequate resources or staff to be able to handle the body camera footage. And so it is our hope that we can establish a team of people who can always keep us prepared to go to court with body camera footage in tow.
One more question. At one point, we had talked about there being sort of a pilot, smaller group that would be wearing the body cameras, and then we would go to the full force. Are we, and this may be a question for the police as opposed to you, but are you anticipating that we'll begin with everyone having cameras, or a smaller group for you to sort of get it figured out with?
The pilot project happened already. There were 21 officers who were wearing body camera footage, mainly so that the city could analyze which vendor they would seek for the actual funding for the body cameras.
And have y'all had experience with footage from those 21 body cameras?
We have had the experience of those 21 officers, but we're about to go from 21 to the entire Metro Nashville Police Department.
Which is thousands. Okay, big jump, okay.
Any more questions, Councilwoman Allen? Okay. Councilwoman Gilmore.
Much. I appreciate you and your passion.
Thank you.
I have a question. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about how will y'all review the cameras, right? Just explain to me a little bit how that works. And what I mean by that is it someone all day, or is it someone going to specialize just and then they can run it back, or are you pulling it for certain cases?
So right now, as I stated before, we won't really know exactly what that'll look like or how we'll be able to fully implement it until they get here. What our hope is, and what we've been talking about in these sort of collaborative meetings, is that the police department and the DA's office, who has committed to providing us that footage as early as possible, we will have the ability to access it as soon as possible. If we can do that with our own link or our own capability, then we can go in with our staff members, investigator or attorney, and just download the footage and actually watch it. I mean, I anticipate we're going to have people sitting in the office watching body camera footage, because that's what it will take in our cases where people's liberty is at risk before we go to court.
And do you know what vendor y'all decided on already?
Well, I didn't get to decide,
Okay.
but I believe the intent to award has gone out, and it is WatchGuard.
Okay.
I don't know if that was classified information or not, but okay.
It is not.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Surprise!
I figured I'd ask you, even though it is definitely something that the police should have answered. But I appreciate it, and I appreciate your passion and just your commitment to making sure that everyone has equity, no matter what how they come to you or arrive in terms of their interaction with the judicial system. So thank you once again, Ms. Johnson. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Vice Chair, I don't have my glasses. Are you seeking recognition, or what's that? Are you holding up something?
Thank you, Madam Chair. No, I was just holding up my glasses.
Okay, it looks like you were like holding up your finger. Okay, just your glasses.
But thank you.
Since you're here joining us, do you want to have anything you want to say?
No, I appreciate Ms. Johnson being here, and this being your first budget hearing. Congratulations, and
Thank you.
Welcome to our budget hearings.
She did great. Thank you, Vice Mayor. Any more questions, Councilwoman Gilmore? Thank you so much, Public Defender Johnson, on behalf of what you and your team do for this great city. Thank you so much for submitting your questionnaire in a timely manner, affording the Budget and Finance Committee members and the Metro Council to review your operations for your division. I want to take this opportunity because I know we've read the questionnaire, and just for the benefit of the viewing audience, when many departments have highlighted some of their accomplishments, you didn't brag on yourself enough. So I want to do that for you since you've been in office. One of the most I believe valuable things that speaks to your dedication and your passion when you speak of just justice for everyone is your education rights team successfully advocating for policy changes related to the arrest of school-age children in MNPS. While that is so critical, that's the groundbreaking work to minimize the school-to-prison pipeline, and your office was instrumental with that. Also, just want to note also, as it relates to your area, office-wide training on cultural competency. I think in the climate that we're in now, we can never receive too much training as it relates to the sensitivity of various cultures, understanding those, especially in this great diverse city that we all serve and love. So I just wanted to highlight a few. You have many on your questionnaire, but those are the top two for me that stood out. And the committee members and the question members, they are aware of your accomplishments as it relates to under your leadership since you've been in office. But I just wanted to say that for the benefit of the viewing audience because they can't see the actual questionnaire. So thank you so much. You did great, and you look beautiful. And that concludes your budget hearing.
Watch out, Glenn.